Hey guys, how you doing today? I almost said happy Tuesday. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
You know, I'm all messed up on days because normally we do the ghost hunts on Saturday night, and I keep thinking today's Sunday. So,
yeah, nope, it's Saturday.
Unfortunately, not. Yeah.
That it is.
And I'm so tired. I don't normally do the countdown on this show, and I hit it for some reason, thinking I was on a different show.
Twice.
Yeah. So neither one of us got a whole lot of sleep last night. You didn't get any.
I woke up yesterday morning I got my one kid up at 5:15 in the morning yesterday. I haven't slept since.
Oh my God. I don't know how you're still functioning. I got 90 minutes of sleep last night, and
it was actually this morning though.
Well, yeah, this morning at 5 o'clock this morning after I got up yesterday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then, but you know, it's all good. We had a blast. So, well, you know what, I don't know what we have to talk about before this. I'm so confused. You know what? So last night we were at the haunted castle in Brumley. Can we start the show over?
The haunted castle house in Brumley, Missouri.
Thank you. You're like, no, we're getting this thing done, going to bed. No, we were at the haunted castle house in Brumley, Missouri, and had a great time. I have to tell you, and they're not here right now, but Steve and Judy, I actually invited them to come on the show tonight, but Steve and Judy, they were great hosts. I thought it was a great place.
Yeah, I did too.
A lot of really cool property and great history there as well. So we're going to talk about some of the stuff that we found last night. Some really interesting things happened last night. We both did live for a little bit. You did a live like right after something really, really interesting happened. So
4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, 4 o'clock this morning. So we'll talk about all that in a second. But first, would you like to plug Ray County in October?
Yeah, it's Ray County Museum at October 26th. And we have
Is this not working? There it is.
There it is. Paul will be there, Greg Ogles, and it's $65. That's for day and night. If you just want to come and listen to the Paranormal 101 and the Cryptid 101, it's only $15, so it's cheap. And yeah, come on over. And there's actually going to be a couple other people there, and one of them in particular is a pretty well-known guy, but I'm not going to give him away right now. I'm not going to give him away at all. You guys just got to show up to see him. So anyway, yeah.
Interesting. I don't know that.
Nope. I'll text you.
Okay. So we were there last night with Carmen and Lauren from Night Owl Paranormal, and they're backstage. So we're going to bring them up here in a second. I don't know that they're ready yet. But I figured tonight that we could come in here and show some of the stuff that we got and talk about that tonight. I wanted to show some of these pictures first off that we got from stuff that's inside the house. And these pictures Kathy took.
Kathy and Aaron both.
Kathy and Aaron. Okay, so
we were at Council House with Carmen and Lauren.
Yeah.
Kathy and Aaron from the Ray County Museum also came. Carl, our winner.
Forehand. Yep.
And then my ex-teammate and friend Danny Brumley, who the town of Brumley is named after his family. He's related to everybody.
Right. So let's see here. There was a lot of doctors that lived in that house beforehand, before all this. And there's kind of a neat story with this. Let's bring hey guys, Carmen and Lauren are here.
Hey.
Yeah.
There they are. How you guys doing?
Tired.
Eating.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Eating. We didn't eat enough last night.
I've had a busy day.
Yeah. So we're talking about the odd history of all the doctors living in that house, and now a doctor owns the house again.
Mhm.
So this is a cabinet that had all of some old medicine bottles in there that they found in the place. I think he found some of it in the ground.
So the ones on the top shelf, the dark ones, were some that his father was a pharmacist,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
the owner, and so those were from his father. But the clear ones were ones that he found there on the property.
And the rest, I think he got, from here and there,
Yeah,
tools and stuff and
yeah,
whatever, what have you, little thing. And
Right.
this one is a lot of the stuff that he dug up
Mhm.
around the property. And I'm going to get to that teddy bear that's on top of there in just a second. So you can't really see. I should have it on share my screen and zoom into it. But he found some Civil War belt buckles on this.
Spurs.
Spurs. There's shoe casings on there.
Mm-hmm.
And some other very interesting old Civil War piece stuff. And so this morning when we got up, we were getting all the cameras and stuff taken down and getting all the wires rung up together and everything. I noticed that the teddy bear was laying on the ground.
Wow.
And I mean, you could jump on that floor and it's not going to move it.
Mm-mm.
So I think Carmen had just come downstairs and I was getting a cord from there. There's a camera right in that window there. And we both kind of looked at it like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wow. Interesting.
yeah. And I don't know if this has any significance with the house at all, but I thought that was just a really cool phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So there was also, those aren't the old, some of those are the ones with the yellow flags. They had cadaver dogs come out and they got hits out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they got the hits at. I think this here, there's a couple of headstones from an old cemetery and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one here,
Mm-hmm. From the Oddfellows.
Oddfellows. Now, what, guys? Wasn't this from France?
Yes.
And it was an actual skeleton
Yes.
from France.
Yeah, he took it was in an auction.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So yeah, we were kind of hoping that overnight we would be in there and something interesting would happen with this, but honestly, nothing happened when we went in there in that room. This one here, an old stove. This one's for BMR. Notice it says Detroit Jewel on the oven there. Whoops.
I think I showed him that last night on
On the live.
live. Yeah.
An old Indian headdress there on the right, and this is just more medical stuff, I think.
Mm-hmm. There's some
Arrowheads
and stuff
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. What was this to? Do you guys remember?
Yeah, that was
Casket.
Oh, the casket. Yeah, the top of the casket. We're gonna get to these here in a second. So, first off, we kind of the first thing we did there we had the tour of the property, and Steve kind of gave us a little history on it and everything, which was really cool. I mean, he knows. I mean, he would just boom, 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 everything about that place from the 1800s all the way to present day, which I thought was pretty impressive.
mm-hmm.
A lot of medical history there. Doctors saw patients in what is now the restroom that's there. So, and there was a separate room. We didn't have pictures of it, but there was a separate room that stuff that Judy didn't like, and they put all the scary stuff in one room. It was all like an actual human skull, bunch of old Ouija boards,
Yeah.
Medicine
Little
mask.
demonic figures. There's
Yeah.
voodoo stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, I think there were 3 Ouija boards in there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
I got video of it. I'm getting ready to post on our members only.
So head on over to Blondes and Booze. Make sure you're a member to go see that.
You'll be able to see it.
And then, so after the tour of everything, and there was an old Civil War camp down at the bottom of the property and everything. So after the tour and everything, and we got everything set up. So it was Carmen, Lauren, me, Carl, and Steve and Judy were up in the turret room, and we were doing EVP stuff. And talk about, guys, how Carmen, you were doing the alphabet trying to get somebody's name to come through.
Well, at first we did it with numbers to see how many spirits was in the room with us.
Mm-hmm.
And we would ask questions with mag lights to get them to answer. And the number that we got was 12. And then when we started saying the alphabet, the letters that we got was what, P?
It was RW.
Yeah,
RW.
Sorry, I'm tired.
So Steve looked it up, and the only RW that he could find was a Reverend William, who was not born in the house, but he was 15 years old when he moved to the house. But he didn't die on the property. His mother and brother did, but his brother was 5 weeks old when he died.
For 5 years, I can't remember.
Yeah. And so, I mean, we think that, I mean, he could be coming back to, visit the house and, see his mom and his brother. So maybe that's why he came through. And after we got that, we started doing trying to get more initials. And we came up with ICE, ICE, and then Q. So we're like, what in the hell does that mean? And I don't know how in the world we got on asking it about Native American. You remember that?
Yep.
Because it was like the way that we were getting the lettering, it was like, I don't know, like weird spelling. So then we're like, that's when you had asked if it was Native American or Indian or, and then that's where it had said yes. And then we asked if it was from the Osage Indians, and that's when it said yes again.
That's right. So we think that there was a spirit of Native American, Osage Indian. So that was pretty cool. And really all night inside, we got some EVPs and stuff, but nothing really. We didn't see many shadow figures, except when Krista was doing her live Friday night. And I have the video for it. I will put it up here as soon as I find it. There it is. So this was from, I took a clip from her show last night. So here it is. Hang on.
Here. So the owner, the lady, she will not come up here by herself. And oh my God, I just had something go behind me. Did you guys see that? Did you capture that?
Nope.
Was that a shadow?
Yes. Did you see it?
I don't know. I was looking at chat.
Did you see it,
Yes.
Tex?
Good.
So you caught that on film. That's good.
And this is at the, let me see.
Krista, I loved your
Very
laugh.
excited. It was right on my butt too. Like I felt it and then turn around, there it was. And people in chat too were commenting that they saw it too.
Yeah.
So
I had to play it several times before I saw it, and you had to point it out to me.
also what I found interesting real quick too is that Danny, when he walked up there and walked right into that room right there at that same area, there was an audible live that said, "Hey."
Yeah. Wow.
Mhm.
And that was the same room that you guys slept in last night, right?
Yep. Yeah, sure
Did-
was.
Did you guys hear anything?
Bunch of footsteps every once in a while, but she was out like a light.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I'm tired. I'm going. Don't bother.
So while we were inside, you guys, Krista and Aaron and Kathy and Danny and Aaron, did I say her?
Yeah, you said Aaron. There's 4 of us.
Okay, you guys were all outside.
We stayed outside most of the night,
Yeah.
only because Danny said last time when he was there, he spent most of his time outside and it was active.
Mhm.
So, and we were catching up and stuff. So we were talking. We didn't want to bother people doing EVPs and stuff, so we went outside. So, yeah.
Did you guys up until a certain point, did you guys, and you know what certain point I'm talking about, because I want to save that one for a little later. Did you guys get anything?
So every now and then we would see a shadow or something. We were getting tree knocks, believe it or not.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And the owner had said when we were doing the tour that there was, some Bigfooters that had come out there and they were getting tree knocks. And we actually, that was quite often throughout the night last night. So something was tree knocking last night.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we did a little bit more inside, and I mean, we were in the doll room and everything, and nothing really hit. I mean, did you guys come across anything interesting?
Not really. It wasn't. I mean, our REM pod went off a couple times.
Yeah.
I think we got most of the activity in the turret room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It seemed like everything was right in there, and which I was kind of hoping for a little bit more with the history of that place, but like you always say, it doesn't always
and
happen.
like the last few nights, it had already been investigating. So I mean, they probably were like, "Oh God, another team's coming in."
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have another team there tonight, so I'm kind of interested to hear how that happens,
Mm-hmm.
or what happens with that. So. And you guys both got scratched, didn't you?
Yes.
I don't know what I got. I don't know if it's scratched or what it is, but I got something.
Carmen, where did you get scratched?
It's on
My forehead.
Oh, I see a little
right
one
there.
Wow. And Krista, you had it on your wrist.
My first one. Got 2. It's not really a scratch. I don't know what it is. Can't tell you what it is.
It almost looks like a burn.
A bruise or burn or something.
Huh.
That's the
And
first one.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the second one when you're ready. Be a little later.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Her and I got it about the same time, right? And we were in 2 different spots.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I seriously think what is in that house, like, it is not a fan of women.
I agree, because I mean, it seemed like all the women there.
And Judy picks up on that, like she won't like go upstairs at night by herself, or like she even gets that.
Yeah.
I think they tolerate her, but the rest of us, that I mean, she talked about where she saw that full-bodied apparition of a lady, like and so
maybe trying to scare her off, being the I guess the most, she's there as much as she is.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's what was outside.
No. But right off the bat, you guys on your live, you had the shadow figure, and you both got markings right away. And Danny heard that hey and stuff. I was thinking, oh man, this is going to be a wild, crazy night. And up until a point, it was kind of slow. There was something else I wanted to bring up about last night before we got to all that. Oh man, I can't remember what it was. I should have wrote it down.
You'll remember after the show's over.
Yeah, of course. Have Carmen and Lauren, did you guys look over any video or anything that you?
Not yet. We had a crazy morning
Yeah.
as soon as we got home. The tractors broke down, so we've been working on them.
That's always fun, especially after a late night thing.
Right.
That's why I
So-
sent you the picture earlier where I was.
Yep, out on the on the tractor.
Yeah, we
So-
had to
Good.
bring one of them back because it broke down.
Oh, that sucks. So we were kind of wrapping it up about 3:00, and we were all three of us were pretty tired, and I didn't think anybody was still outside. Krista, I didn't think you guys were out there still, and Kathy and Aaron had left, and I was just. You guys both went upstairs. I was gonna sleep in the parlor, and I had just laid down, and all of a sudden my phone goes off, and I'm reading it, and Krista says it's really active out here, and I'm laying there thinking, should I go out there? Pretty tired. Yeah, I'm gonna go out there. Krista, what happened?
So we were out there and chit-chatting, like I said, I hadn't seen Danny Brumley in several years. So we had a lot to catch up on. And we were just sitting out there talking. And I had just looked over where the concrete ended about 5 feet out into the grass. I saw a dark shadow figure. And I said, oh my God, right there in front. And there was a shadow figure. He did not see it, but then immediately behind me, one of the cats, there was only the one cat was there, it hissed really loud. And then all of a sudden you felt like the hair stood up and, it was one of those. And it got so cold. And we were sitting outside and it wasn't cold out last night. Just so everybody knows, it was not cold out. And it got so cold last night, almost like where you could see your breath. It was crazy. So we got up, kind of walked around. We walked to the old foundation and the temperature change was different. So, but I do have to add, they have the dusk to dawn light on the outside of their ghost free area where they stay. And it goes off after about 5 minutes. So while the light's on, nothing. But when that light goes off, we did figure that out. When that light goes off, that's when it was crazy. And then it's right on top of you too. It's not like it's a spirit or entity that gives you your space, because it doesn't. It's literally you can't back away from it. And so by this time, when this happened, I told Dan, I got a message to Paul. So I let you came outside. I was sit down, you got to experience this. So you came outside, we were just sitting around talking. And then
I didn't even bother tying my shoes. So I went out there with my shoes untied. And then all of a sudden we're sitting there talking, the light goes out, and you're right. It's
instant.
10 seconds later, you feel this cold light breeze that came through, but it felt like it was 15, 20 degrees cooler than it was previously. And, all the hair stand up on you and everything. I never saw any apparition or anything or shadow figure. And when I got out there, you guys didn't see it either. But
Danny did. And before that, let me back up too. So while Danny and I was sitting out there, we also seen some sort of one way I know to say it's like a red orb or something that was down by the cemetery area where he's digging in that area. And then he saw some sort of shadow down over that away.
Okay. So, backstory, Steve, the owner, is digging up not digging up the graves, but he's digging to see if they can find any bones to possibly do DNA tests and find out who it is to give them a proper burial, proper headstone, and all that stuff and recognition. But while he was doing that, he did find some coffin nails and some buckles and some other stuff that was there. Oh, the chair vibration.
So I think we debunked that.
That was when you were doing the live inside, right?
Yeah, but I think that we debunked that.
Okay.
You could like
somebody just walking by. Okay. Where were we? Oh, so
you came outside.
After I came outside and we heard had the chills and everything, and
well, we had told you like sit here with, and I get as soon as you like, because we stood up and kind of walked around to see if we could feel it. Well, then that light comes on, and it within probably 60 seconds, the entity would leave. So I had told you to like just hang tight, let that light go out. It'll be back. See if it'll come back, and sure enough.
So it came back, and on the bottom right corner, you see there's a structure down there. It's a chicken coop, and I believe it's all metal. Yep. So was it the first time after I got out there when the thing came back? All of a sudden, we heard this loud crash.
It was loud too. And I'm not talking just like, so I will say there's walnut trees out there and they, are dropping walnuts and, you can hear them clunk. Wasn't that?
So right there, that white structure in the middle, that is a working outhouse that also has a metal roof. But the first sound that we heard, it was far down in the distance. But it was
super, super loud. It wasn't just like a clunk. It was loud, and it, like I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah. So we all three jumped up real quick.
Scared the crap out of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally.
For you.
Anyway, TMI. Anyway.
You said it first.
I know I did. Hi guys. So we jumped up. I quickly tied my shoes, and we're ready to roll back in the house wherever. And we didn't hear anything else. And then Danny goes down there to check things out.
Right. He wanted to go to see, because there is trees down there, as you guys can see. He wanted to see if it was a walnut tree that was like losing the walnuts.
Right.
So he walked down there, and then you went down there.
Well, we were talking to him, and he was answering us, but he was looking the other way and mumbling.
Yeah,
so we couldn't hear it. I walked down there like just to hear what he was saying, and you're like, "Don't leave me." So yeah. I tried to stay kind of in between, but while he was down there, he was kind of walking past. So the property goes way down past that chicken coop. He was standing on the right side of the chicken coop, and he was actually telling whatever, to throw it again and make that noise again. And it did. Not as loud as it was before, but it did, like maybe hit the side of it or something like that. So.
I think what we kind of think, talking about it after, we came to the conclusion that something was thrown to hit the building.
Yeah. From what we don't know, who we don't know.
But I'm not kidding, like, guys, when I say it wasn't just like a little clunk, it was super freaking loud. Like, yeah.
I mean,
I'm surprised y'all didn't hear it inside. It was that loud.
Yeah. I mean, you heard us yelling and talking and stuff.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. But yeah, so then after, we came back up, Danny and I came back up. I kind of thought I saw something moving on the
Mhm.
out of my right side, somewhere off to the side. But we didn't see anything else coming back up. So we're sitting there talking again, and then
Light went out again.
light went out again. Wrong one. And then something hit that, and I'm circling it like you could see it. Something hit the roof of that outhouse, but it wasn't as loud. But there is a walnut tree right there. So we debunked that one. But the other one, yeah, there was no.
And as loud as it definitely was not a walnut, isn't it? I mean,
no.
It was.
Unless somebody was standing right next to it and threw it as hard as they could.
And the thing too about like sitting out there, like multiple times throughout the night, you would have that feeling of being watched, and then the feeling would go away, and then it would come back. It was very ominous, and I think what's outside that was messing with us last night, I think it's more on a Native American side of things.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel very friendly either.
No.
I think it was almost trying to intimidate. And I think that's how we kind of come to the conclusion, the way it was acting. It was kind of a cat and mouse thing.
Yeah, definitely. Now this was our first time, Krista, you and me, our first time there. Had you guys been there before?
Yeah.
Have you ever had any kind of anything thrown at buildings or investigated much outside?
The last time we was there, we investigated outside by the grave sites, and then we also did the scary room.
The
so
scary
this
room.
time we focused
Oh,
a little
scary.
more of upstairs because we didn't get to last time.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead.
Did you get anything when you guys were outside?
We got when we went the first time, we had the SLS camera, so we was picking up a bunch of stick figures bouncing from off of the tombstones and the graves that they have there. And then we got a lot of people took pictures and got orbs, like really big ones. And then we also, the owl stuck around us that night.
Okay, but you didn't get anything thrown at buildings or anything like that?
No.
So did you physically saw the owl?
Yeah,
Yes.
I got a picture of it.
Okay.
It was right above the garage by the cemetery.
So I was going through my pictures of when me, you, and Kathy went down in the woods before we went back into the house. And that came across, I don't know, which would I name it? One of my pictures that I took down there.
What?
And it's only in this picture. Wait. I don't know which way I need to go. It's not in. It's only.
That could be a bug though. It's just got the movement there. I'd have to look at it closer. It's kind of hard to see through here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And when the four of us went down there, we didn't really see or hear too much. I mean, it didn't really feel creepy at all, like we were being watched or anything.
Nope.
Uh-uh.
It's pretty mellow, actually.
Yeah.
It wasn't really hot and wasn't real cold.
No. Certainly no temperature changes like what happened later.
I also got something again from 3 to 5 a.m. because that's how long we sat out there. On the other side of my hand here, I don't know if you can see that one. Another burn or something. This one actually is a little tender. And I noticed that on my way home, but I didn't feel it when it happened.
And you didn't go into the woods or anything. So
I did earlier in the night.
Yeah.
Not in the woods, but I walked down to the bottom of the hill and stuff.
But I mean, you didn't feel around on any weeds or plants or anything that was in there. So I mean, Yeah.
And honestly, I'm not allergic to poison ivy or
Yeah.
none of that stuff. I can roll in it and I don't get it.
Yeah. And another thing that we heard a lot of, toward I guess around after 4:30 or so, we definitely heard the owl. Heard a lot of growling at us.
We did. So Erin, earlier in the night, that's where the smoking area was. And she went over there and was smoking. And she texted Kathy and I to come over there. And we went over there and she said that she swore she heard a growl in the tree line. And so we went over there and we didn't hear nothing. No growls, no nothing. And then we didn't hear another growl until you and Danny and myself heard it when all this activity really amped up. It was a plain as day growl and it was behind us. There's no doubt about what that was.
And it seemed like it was pretty close. I mean, I would say at least 30 yards, maybe.
Yeah, it didn't sound happy to see us either.
No. But shining flashlight, we didn't see any eye shine or
nothing,
anything at all. So,
nothing. But all three of us heard it.
Yeah. Plain as
So
day.
it's not like one person just heard it, and the others didn't. But it was all three of us heard it.
Mm-hmm.
So it happened.
Yeah, and a lot of dogs barking around 5 o'clock in the morning too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't know. I can't really say, Danny, he's a hunter, been out in the woods all his life. And that growl, he said that, he's heard all kinds of things, all kinds of animals. And he couldn't pinpoint what that was.
That didn't really sound like a bear to me.
No.
I never really heard a bear growl, but it certainly wasn't a dog. I've heard dogs growl.
No.
But
definitely wasn't the cats.
No. And from part of the property, you could see, if you look down the right side, maybe well over 100 yards away or whatever, part of the road, it was kind of lit up. So I'm kind of watching that too, kind of hoping to see something maybe run down there or whatever, but I never saw anything there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a crazy ending to the night. I mean,
it was.
It almost seemed like it saved everything for being outside after 3 o'clock.
It did, because it was like nonstop. And then, so it was really active. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go live. Let's see if we can get it captured. And we sat there, waited for the light to go off, and nothing, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Literally, and Paul can attest to this. By then, we had moved around and the light came back on. So I got off the live because nothing was happening. And literally, as soon as that light went off, what happened, Paul?
Started happening again.
Yeah. So it was in something intelligent because it didn't want to be in camera.
Yeah. Yeah. That was totally bizarre too.
Yeah.
But,
That's like the way it was upstairs when we were in the turret room.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we were having a conversation back and forth, it would interact with us and it would come up with very smart answers. But if you would ask it, certain, yes, no questions, certain questions, it was like, okay, I'm not playing this game.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was crazy.
So maybe it was a doctor that wanted to talk more than just say, my favorite cookie is chocolate chunk.
Who knows?
Yeah. But, yeah, I was kind of, I offered Steve and Judy to come on tonight too, but I know they have another group coming in there tonight. But yeah, they were really good people, and anybody out there in chat who is into this kind of stuff and is around the Missouri area, that was so Brumley's down by Osage Beach, down at the Ozarks.
Bagnell Dam.
Bagnell Dam, yep. Yeah, I'd certainly recommend that place. Going out there. I'd like to go there again sometime soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was quite interesting. I mean, like I said, I thought it was kind of cool just getting the shadow figure, on camera. during the live, but then, like I said, from 3 to 5 a.m., like made up for the whole night.
Yeah. There's their website. And one thing that he did say that they do that's really cool, and I would love to do this this year, but I don't think I'll be able to get down there this October. One night in October, they dress up in period clothing and turn out all the lights and do like candlelight tours of the house. And they say that is a really active night when they do that. So, I mean, go to their website, get on their mailing list, and they'll have dates and stuff to go out there.
Yeah, if you're anywhere in Missouri or around, I highly recommend checking the place out. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, even if you don't want to like do an overnight ghost hunt, if you want to come and tour it, I'm sure you could call him and, I don't know what he would charge, but I think he'd probably give you a tour or something, for a fee.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? He seems, I don't want to, give him jobs that, he wouldn't necessarily do, but he seems like the guy that would, hey, yeah, come on over. And
he's proud of that place, as he should be, he's got a lot of time and stuff spent there. And yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's
a lot of creepy things in that building.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I felt a lot all night really was when I was in the house, I felt like something was crawling on me.
Yeah.
Like ants or something crawling on you. I get bugs or something. I found one and I flicked it off, but all night I felt like something was crawling on me. But that's really as creepy sensation as I had.
But they did say, though, that there is a ghost cat and dog in the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're an animal person, and they could have picked that up too. So, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it shows you.
Mm-hmm. And those two cats outside last night chose me too.
Oh,
this
man.
morning chose me too.
Yeah. And then the third one came in.
Yeah.
The
But he
gray
kinda-
and black one.
He kind of stayed away from everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was definitely an interesting night, and it was
yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
It was fun. Definitely want to go back there again. Ghost Jojo, ghost fleas. God, I hope not.
Yeah, no kidding.
So did you show Krista the pictures that we did when we were in with the skeleton?
Yeah. So, what was the name of that app that you were using?
It's called Spirit TV Box.
Wow.
So you took a bunch of pictures, and that was in the room where the skeleton was.
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
There's another one that came through. I mean, they almost look like they're wearing kind of 1800s. I mean, one guy there looks like he's wearing overalls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That one right there was when we were looking at the Native American headdressing, and we had said, well, I said, okay, you're gonna be on camera, smile, and it's like, as soon as I said smile, it took it, and it was like, we're like so amazed because of the way that the picture came out.
Very cool.
Yeah. Very, very interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
The last picture almost looked alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a long hair wig, kind of like E.T. when he had that wig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when we go to Ray County on October, no, it was in Ray.
October.
You guys
20th.
aren't going to be there. You're going to be someplace else, right?
We'll be at the Beatty Mansion.
Okay, that's right. And while you're there and while we're at Ray County, we're going to try and do Estes method at the same place.
Yes.
Well, not at the same place at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And see if
Two
things
different
come.
places.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And see if things come through. So that'll be kind of neat to see.
Yeah.
And definitely if you're in the area for Ray County, going out for that October 26th and 7th.
Yep.
So,
Like I said, there's a surprise person that I'm pretty sure is coming, but I'm not going to say or put them on the flyer. You got to show up to find out who it is.
is it Donny Joe? It's Donny Joe.
Nope. Well, Donnie's a possibility. So it might be Don.
On the Wednesday night show, we've been trying to get him to say he's going to go, because he keeps saying, should I go? Should I go? Should I go? And we keep saying, yeah, you need to go. You need to go.
Yeah. It'd be great to see Donnie again. However, it's not Donnie who I'm talking about.
Is it Tex?
So anything else that you guys noticed last night or experienced?
Just like I said, it's more of intelligent than anything.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree.
Because it wants to have full conversation and full responses with you, other than, yes and no questions. And when you ask it, just like with the mag light and the cat balls and they love motion stuff. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
And that ding bell.
That the dead bell, that was going off like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I mean, if they go, they love anything that lights up or has, makes sound.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And one thing that I noticed towards the end of, I guess around 3:00, we were in by that casket, and nothing happened. I mean, you got those pictures, but nothing really came across. Nothing really exciting happened until we left and we were watching it on your cameras. And there was a bunch of orbs flying around with what we think look like orbs. They had the trail and everything. I mean, it almost seemed to me like it was just waiting for us to get out of there before it could play again.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
That house plays cat and mouse.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And Krista, you had, or I guess Kathy took a picture of their camera setup, their TV screen,
Mm-hmm.
and so they have a TV screen that has all of the feeds going into it, so you can see all at once, and you can pull them up and play them back or whatever. And the picture that she took, I was looking at it all. My wife was looking at it, and she's like, "Oh, what's this room? What's this room? What's this room? Who's that girl?" And it was when we were in there's 3 different bedrooms, and there was like 6 of us, so we each took two per room. And I guess it was Judy sitting in a chair, and I didn't recognize her at all. And I'm like, holy cow, we got a full-blown, full-body apparition sitting in the chair looking at the camera with her legs crossed or something like that. And I'm looking at man, I don't recognize it. I was getting really excited that we got something really cool. But then it was her. I realized it was her. So, darn it. That would have been fun. But
That's called sleep deprivation.
yes.
Right.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So
Kind of like how we're all doing now.
yeah. 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 So I don't think this show is going to go much longer because I'm beat. I know you guys are tired, and Krista
I'm supposed to do BMR show tonight, so I don't know. I might take a nap and get up and do it out. Yeah.
I think taking a nap now, I would just go to the rest of the night. There's no way I'm getting up in a couple hours. So, but hey, Fisher, hey, Shelly, and during the live, and I've noticed this on live investigations that we've done before, Shelly picks up on a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when we were at Ashmore, she was getting a lot of stuff. So interesting. So
is Ray County the last one that you're doing this year?
Yes. It's our last event of the year.
Okay. Because we still have 1, 2, I think 4 more,
Good deal.
because we'll do next weekend. We're going back to the state penitentiary, and then
Toodle Mansion.
Toodle Mansion will be in October before we go to the Beatty Mansion,
Mhm.
and then
Ashmore States.
we're going to Ray County after y'all do y'all's, and
Mhm.
then we'll go to Ashmore, I think, to end ours for the season.
That'll work.
Sweet.
Mhm.
Good locations. So,
Mhm.
but all right, guys. I hate to cut this all short, and normally we go over an hour, but I think just looking at the four of us on this screen, we're ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so you guys all, thank you guys for coming in the chat. I appreciate everybody being here. Sorry, we're all so tired.
Mhm.
But it was a fun night.
It
Just
was.
to recap everything. It was a fun night and great location and
Mhm.
great hosts.
Really.
So keep in mind after this we have Fisher at 8:30. We also have Donny Cho at 8:30. So
Mhm. And BMR at 11 p.m.
BMR at 11 p.m. See if I can remember the rest of the rest of everybody. BMR at 11 Sunday at tomorrow's or today's Saturday. Tomorrow's Saturday. Sunday we got Truth or Tinfoil, and then I don't know what times.
At 5.
At 5, and then not BMR Tex.
Infamous Minds.
You know what? I'm not going to try anymore.
Infamous Minds at 7. Monday, Texas Front Porch at 8 p.m. Central. Tuesday, Beyond BMR at 8 p.m. Central. Tuesday morning or afternoon, it's Paranormal Paul at 1 p.m. Central.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about this? Wednesday is Blondes, Brandy and the guys at 7 p.m. Central.
Did you do BMR Tuesday night with
Mhm.
you and okay? And then Wednesday morning is me and Tex on
I
Waking Up
forgot about you
Weird.
and Tex. That's one I forgot. And
Waking Up
then
Weird.
Thursday is BMR again at noon Central, and that's brunch. And then Thursday night is the Blondes at 8 p.m. And then after us is Monica Rollins, our Paranormal World, at 9 p.m. Central. No, 10 p.m. Central.
Yeah,
10. It was on at 10. And then Friday nights is Blondes at 7.
And then sometimes Monica goes on after that.
She goes on Joe Breezy's channel.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, guys. Have a great night. We will see you sometime soon.
We'll see you this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have, real quick. On our Thursday night show this week, we have Josh Hurd and Johnny Hauser both coming on our Thursday night show. That's going to be a fun show.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And never mind.
We met Josh, so
Oh yeah, he's a blast.
Josh, you have to ask Josh about the. Oh, never mind. I'll tell you off screen. So,
okay.
Anyway, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Appreciate everybody. See you guys.